Free my people now. Free my people. Free my people now.
Hey, y'all, Gravity, any day above ground living. Good morning. I had to get on camera for this one, family, because we 18 months away from this election, and Lord, the stupid people have showed up outside. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. I'm not gonna say they're stupid. The ill-informed people have come outside. They're coming outside. This is like when it rains and the water gets in the sewer and all the water bugs show up. Yeah, they're outside. For months, you guys have heard me say this term, policies over politicians. And this was born out of what happened with Obama. You're supposed to vote for a policy or a set of policies, not the person who is saying it. Because a person will fail you, the policy will not. But then again, when it comes to Trump, everybody wants to change the rules. So I said, okay, I think it's high time we have this conversation. Okay. Now, where did this come from? I want to show y'all a tweet exchange that I had last night. So on this thread, somebody put up an old tweet of Janelle Monáe's. I'm guessing this was during the 2020 election cycle. So the person said, how soon y'all N-words forget that this dyke B don't like y'all N's? So Janelle Monáe had put up F Donald Trump and every American citizen, celebrity, white woman, black man, etc., who supported him, burn. Because I guess white men didn't vote for Trump. Latino people didn't vote for Trump. They actually voted more for Trump. Interesting. We're going to blow it up for you. It's interesting she wrote this. Okay. So you see this here. The person who wrote a response blocked me. But you know what we did, family. Of course you know what I did. Tabernacle. I had to log out and get the actual tweet of what this person said. We finna blow this up. So Alphabet Wakandan Warrior. So we already know where this is going to go. And he's one of them anime idiots. So we already know where this is going to go. So I said, I'm going to indulge him. This person said, her tweet basically says, I don't like Trump supporters. The issue is what? Okay, so we go in the thread. Again, remember, they blocked me. So we're going to go back over here. Well, I could just leave it there. So I said, plenty of black people voted for him without being a Trump supporter. So this person comes out of nowhere and says, no way you wrote this and thought it made sense. So I told him I legitimately did. You don't have to be a supporter of a candidate to vote for them. Policy over politician. More black people voted for Trump in 2020 because of the prosperity in 2019. Didn't make them Trump supporters or move them to MAGA. They come back and tell me literally voting for said person makes you a supporter. All that word soup you just wrote is irrelevant. And I told them you can come in and listen. Okay. This is what I mean when I say everything is political. DSP, good morning. They're not man enough to debate you, so they blocked you instead like a coward. We know they're not going to come over here. We know that. If they do, we hit the link and you can come tell me how I'm wrong. But we finna educate today because that's what I do over here. We finna educate. This is New Black Media. We're in the business of education. We're going to educate because it seems these Negroes do not understand how politics works, and which is what I told this person. I literally told him, you don't know how politics works. Just say it and I'll explain it. We're going to explain politics today. So this is how we're going to start off. Again, I do all this in real time. We're going to look up the definition of politics. So it says the art or science of government or governing, especially the governing of a political entity such as a nation and an administration and control of its internal and external affairs. We're going to put this in the chat since we have to educate these Negroes. Torian, good morning. What up, KJ? That tweet you posted earlier is absolute insanity. We are going to talk about that. I'm glad you reminded me. We're going to talk about that. Family, the tweet that Brother Torian is referring to, when you see it, this is why I did the show I did Thursday about the white voting bloc is going to doom us. Policy. Now we're looking up policy. A written contract by which a person, company, or party engages to pay a certain sum or certain contingencies, as in the case of fire or shipwreck, in the event of death, etc., on the condition of receiving a fixed sum or percentage of the amount of the risk or certain periodical payments, see insurance. A ticket or warrant for money in the public funds, a form of gambling in which bets are made on numbers to be drawn by lottery. Prudence or wisdom in the management of affairs. Management of procedure based primarily on material interest. A definite course or method of action selected from among alternatives and in light of given conditions to guide and determine present and future decisions. A high-level overall plan embracing the general goals and acceptable procedures, especially of a governmental body. We're going to put this in the chat. It's like our master teachers have told us, the information is there. All you have to do is seek it out. That's it. I'm literally doing civics class today because I have black folks who swear up and down they are smart and their opinions need to matter, but won't go do something as simple as research. I'm still dealing with the Obama crowd, but all right. Jesse Paris, hello. You need to come on the show one day. We'll get that happening. Send me your email. kidgravitybeyond@gmail.com. We're going to bring you on. We need to know your policies to help you win in Denver. But let's begin, family. Y'all saw the tweet. For those who came in late, the tweet was about somebody trying to tell me because I agree with Donald Trump's policies, that makes me a Trump supporter. And I have to go back and explain to them that I don't have to support the politician. I support the policy. Plenty of us hate Trump, but he started talking about illegal immigration. We said, cool, let's get some of that. You want to fix the wall? Let's get some of that. You want to change the goddamn trade agreement so other people can have a shot at competing? We're for it. You want to invest in the black community? We are for that. These are probably the same people who did not like what Ice Cube was talking about. But all right. Y'all need a history lesson. Let's play the history lesson. Who remembers the 1992 general election? Oh, yes. George Bush was the incumbent. Bill Clinton was the upstart who said, I'm going to defeat this man. Oh, we know black people love that man. We heard all the stories, saxophones, weed, and he was smooth. We've all heard the stories. And we saw what happened. He won. George Bush didn't finish what happened in Iraq. He said he wasn't going to raise taxes, then ended up raising taxes. People said, no, sir, we're going to go vote for Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton won. 2 years later, he comes out with the 3 strikes law. We know this. But here's my thing, family. I did some research, and I'm going to show you the exit poll numbers of both of those elections, 92, 96. I want to show y'all something. Because once again, like our master teachers tell us, the information is out there. You just have to look for it. Tabernacle. We are on the Roper Center. They are on Cornell University. They do public opinion research. How groups voted in 1992. Now remember, George Bush was hoping that people would still vote for him because he got out of the stock market crash. He spanked Saddam Hussein, even though he didn't finish the job. And he was promising an America that is going to move forward. Bill Clinton did almost the same thing, except he put the caveat that George Bush is going to be a failure for this country. And also, ask your parents if you ever get a chance. They'll tell you they didn't like either one. But Clinton came off more personable because they hated George Bush. So let's move down, shall we? So we're going to go here. Race. 87% of white Americans voted in that election. 39% for Clinton, 41% for George Bush. We'll even add Ross Perot in at 21%. African American, 8% of the voting base. Well, the voting demographic. 83% went for Clinton, 10% for Bush, 7% for Perot. Hispanics were only 2% at the time, 61% for Clinton, 25% for Bush, 14% for Perot. Asians, only 1%, 31% for Clinton, 55% for Bush, 15% for Perot. And we know what happened in 1992. We're not going to litigate that. Latasha Harlins, rest in power. Okay, so you saw that. Bill Clinton gets his first 4 years. Like I said, 3 strikes came out. He was on the cusp of that Yugoslavia. I think Yugoslavia fell then. Kosovo was about to kick off. And the voters were not happy, even though the economy was starting to really ramp up and have those legendary gains that ended with a over $1 trillion surplus that his son squandered. But I want to show y'all something, family. I want to show y'all something. Tabernacle. So now we're on CNN's section called All Politics, the Vote 96. Now, these are the presidential exit poll results between incumbent Bill Clinton and Bob Dole. Now, mind you, in this election, Bill Clinton lost Colorado, Georgia, and I forgot the other state, but gained Arizona and Florida. And he was the first Democrat presidential candidate since 48 to get Florida. A lot of people said it was impossible, but he did it. But I want to show y'all something. Now, this goes to what I say. It's always the policy over the politician. Now, remember, this is 2 years after he signs 3 strikes. I want to show y'all something. So here we go. 83% of white people voted. Now, that's a 4% drop from the year before. Remember, it was 87. Now it's 83. Look how close these numbers are. 43 for Clinton, 46 for Dole. Very close. It was just as close in 92. Republicans actually got 4 points up, and the Democrats got 4 points up. 5 points up for the Republicans. So it's just about the same. 84%, 10% of African Americans voted. Now, this was up from the previous of 8%. So you have 84% for Clinton, 12% for Dole, 4% for Perot. So he gained 1% in 96. Republicans only got 2%. Perot lost 3. Policy over politician. Hispanics were 5%, so they gained 3%. Well, you know what I mean. They went up 3 percentage points. 72 for Clinton, 21-6. Again, they were at 61, 25, 14. Asians stayed at 1%. 43, 48, 8. Back then, 31, 55, 15. Policy over politician. I'm going to put these in the chat so you can look at it for yourself. First one I'm putting in there is 96, and I'm going to put in 92 right now. You can go study that. Send it to your people. DSB said that was the last time I voted when I voted for Kill Bill. Clinton hasn't voted since. Say less. All right, Jesse. Black Star Racer, hello. What am I saying, family? This is what I'm saying. Policies over politician. We all love Marcel. Yes, we do. But there's a whole contingent of people out there that don't like him. Why? Because of the way he talks online, the way he doesn't act like the conventional politician. He's willing to argue with people online. If you left it just to that, we would say Marcel doesn't have a shot. But why do we support Marcel? Because of his policies. He's talking reparations. A lot of us can get with that. He's talking about anti-hate legislation for black people. We can get on board with that. Getting back this land, shutting the border. We can get with this. Policy over politician. He went and sat in front of MAGA and explained reparations. Got a standing ovation. They actually understood it. Policy over politician. Obama screwed up the play. And a lot of these people don't want to admit it. We, as a collective, didn't look at this man's platform. No, we didn't. We saw blackface that said he got to be the one. And we voted for him. 98%. Then when we watched, because remember, he said, I'm going to get us out of this crap that the Republicans did with this housing crisis and a financial collapse, I'll get us out in 18 months. Took them 3 years. Hell, it even took longer. He lost 5% of the black vote. Straight off that. He was projected to lose. He went to them gays. He went to the LGBT because he needed to shore up his votes. They said, okay, we'll vote for you. We want in writing the ability to vote. I'm sorry, the ability to get married. Now remember, go look at his platform when he was state senator in Illinois. He was staunchly against same-sex marriage, but he had to win. Did he go in there with his charisma and say, listen, you guys got to vote for me? They weren't swayed by that. They wanted something. And they wanted their ultimate policy. They wanted to be married. They wanted their piece of the American dream. The ability to get communal property and to divorce a motherfucker. Fuck a civil union. They want to be married under God. He relented and said, fine, I'll do it. He won. Policy over politician. Case in point, the subject, Donald Trump. We all remember the story. He came down the escalator, said, I'm going to run for president. Okay, cool. We fine with that. Now, remember, when he declared, you would have figured Donald Trump would have been right in the middle of the pack because he's a visible face. He's coming in. It would be an interesting race. The day he declared and they put his name on the board, he polled at 5%. 5. Now we're talking, we had people in the 20s. We had some people in the high teens. Donald Trump, the most visible face on the Republican side. Face that anybody you put those pictures up, the first one they're going to point to is Donald Trump. He polled at 5%. Tabernacle. Who remembers this viral clip? Who remembers this? We finna play this. Fair use.
Okay, here we are. And which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump. I especially like
what about of all of them? I mean, is Scott
fake
Walker?
Laughter from the audience.
Who remembers that? We finna play it again.
Okay, here we are. And which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump. I especially like
what about of all of them? I mean, is Scott
fake
Walker?
Laughter from the audience.
Yeah. Everybody, yes, that was Skeletor. Yes, sir. I just didn't want to put her face on there in case HBO tries to hit me with a copyright. But yes, that was Skeletor. We all remember that night when she said that. It went viral. Yes, it did. I saw it on Instagram. It went viral. Everybody thought she was crazy when she said it. And her reasoning was he's not the typical politician. He doesn't smell like a politician. Again, the whole world laughed and said this man wasn't going to win. Okay, let's play that game. I want to show y'all something. Now, if Donald Trump was who he is today, he never would have won. If he was who he was in 2016 with no policies, no nothing, he just said, I don't like what's going on in Washington and I want to change all that, he never would have won. He needed to not only say that he's going to run, but he had to show and tell everybody what he going to do. All right. Tabernacle. Now, that's him. We all know the face. That's him. Now, this was his second rally. This was his first big rally in Arizona. 11,000 people. Because the first one he did was in New Hampshire, only got 300. So this was in between when he started talking about build the wall and, MAGA and all this. Let's hear what he said. Fair use.
So here we are. Ready? Really? They're complaining. Actually, don't complain. You're going to be the only ones that anyone's going to see on television tonight. In a certain way, they have the best location. You'll be happy tonight when you're watching yourself on television. So last night, they do all these polls, and it's great. They poll everything. It's amazing to me. The candidates go out and spend hundreds of thousands for pollsters, right? I don't. I get a lot of money, and it doesn't matter. I have unlimited campaign. And yet, now think of this. So Jeb Bush, to this point, has spent over $40 million for ads. He's at two. Donald Trump, till this point, has spent $211,000. I don't even know why I spent it. I think I wanted to give some. No, it's true. And I'm at number one by a lot, by 27, 30 points. I'm a lot. So think of it. Wouldn't it be nice if we could do that for our country? Think of it. So I spent the least, and I have the best result. Unlike our students, where we're number one in the world by far in terms of cost per pupil, and we're number 28 in the world. Okay? You're right. I think I like that guy, right? But no, think of it, because it's like the reverse. So I spent the least. Now I'm going to spend a lot of money. But I was going to have spent, up till this point, $35 million. I thought I needed to spend, what do I know? And these guys, as much as I can't stand them, they give me all this free publicity. No, it's true, right? If I put an ad on, people would get sick. They say, oh, my God, we had the whole program, and now we have ads. Please don't put the ad. We actually call networks. Please don't put that ad. They cover you for a full hour. And then every 12 minutes, they have an ad for Trump. No, it doesn't work. So I was going to have $35 million spent up, literally right up to this point. And I spent nothing. I haven't spent anything. But we're ready to spend. We're ready to spend. And we're going to spend a lot. And I think we're going to win Iowa. We just came out where we're leading in Iowa now, which is a great place. But this I love, because this just came out. Drudge. Now, this is with 15 people, right? Drudge is great. How good is Drudge, right? Great guy. He's a great guy. So they do these online polls where they have hundreds of thousands of people. So they vote. Somebody would say, oh, well, they're not reliable because maybe Trump voted. They have hundreds of that. Do you think I'm going to have my people sit there and make hundreds of thousands of phone calls? And then they don't report it anyway if I win, because if I win, they don't report it. They have these guys like George Will. You fall asleep listening to this guy. George Will. If he didn't wear the little spectacles, he wouldn't even be bright. Nobody would think of him as, this is George Will. I got to tell you, Krauthammer is terrible. He is so unfair to me. He is the worst. And I'm not allowed to criticize him, so I'm going to be very nice. Krauthammer, he's terrible. He's terrible. You have a guy named Stephen Hayes. I've never even heard of this guy. When my name is mentioned, it's like he's a boiler. He goes crazy. Now, part of the reason is they all said I was never going to run, right? And then I ran. Then they say, well, he'll never file Form A. That's basically a single page where you sign your life away. And I went like this. Oh, let's go. Boom, I signed. Then they said, well, maybe he's not as rich as everyone thinks, and he'll never file his financials. And if he does, he'll file them in 2 years from now, because you're allowed a lot of extensions. I filed them ahead of schedule in less than 30 days. Okay? Almost 100 pages. And the press was down there. They said they've never seen anything like it. They were scouring those things. Believe me, I wouldn't be running unless I was really rich, because they would have killed me. And by the way, you haven't read one report, bad. I built a great company. I built a tremendous company, very little debt, tremendous cash flow, the best assets. And the only reason I say it, I'm not saying it because it sounds terrible in a certain way. I don't want to break, but that's the thinking we need in this country. We have $19 trillion in debt. We have $19 trillion in debt. We built a $43 million gas station in Afghanistan, and it doesn't even sell the right gas. Okay, $43 million. Do you think you could have built that gas station for slightly less? No, you look at the things, the money. We spend $1 billion to build a hospital. You could build 7 hospitals for that. We could take care of our vets for money. We have such stupid people leading us. I used to say they're incompetent. I didn't want to use the word stupid. It's too crude and too tough. They don't know. I went to an Ivy League school. I'm really like a smart guy. My uncle was at MIT. He was a professor for years. They didn't believe.
Well, that's debatable, sir. That's debatable. But you heard what he just said. He brought up energy. Now, he's not going to lay it out like a typical politician. He's going to tell you what's going on, how he sees it, how he saw it, I should say, because this is 2015. Sounds like a policy to me. Sounds like he's laying out a policy position.
Believe it. They went and checked Dr. John Trump. I actually think he was there for 5 decades. MIT, he was one of the great engineer scientists. And You know, it's like really good stuff. But when they talk about us, they talk about us like, do we know? Let me tell you, these are the smartest people. These are the people that made our country great originally. These are the great people. These are the great people. And we're going to take our country back and we're going to turn it around and we're going to run it smart. We're going to run it smart. We give $150 billion to Iran. Listen to this. And this I just heard this morning. So we give $150 billion to Iran. They self-inspect their big site. In other words, where they're making the nukes. Can you imagine you call them, we hear you're making nukes. Okay, well, let us check. They call, no, we're not making nukes there, you dumb son. And then, no, but think of this. Think of this. And then they have the 24-day where they have 24 days. But before the clock starts ticking, you have to go through a whole process. So it could be forever before you get there. And you know the other thing? Look, nuclear is so important. It's more important than anything. And having a deal is good, but we got to make good deals, not bad deals. But another thing, they got 4 prisoners. They wouldn't even get them out. So I've been complaining about this long before they did the deal. Get the prisoners out. 150. So now the deal is done. And what do I hear this morning on television? That we're now starting a brand new separate negotiation for the prisoners. And they want many prisoners that we have over here for the 4. No, think about it. Think about it. No, think about it. So now they want to start a whole new negotiation that we should have had 3 years ago when the stupid negotiation began. You go in and you say, before we start, we want our prisoners. They say no. We say, that's okay. You leave the room, you double up the sanctions. They call you back within 48 hours, and they'll say, you get your prisoners. Think of it. We just gave them.
That sounded like a policy to me, family. What do y'all think? That sounded like a policy to me. You're not going to give us what we want. We're going to make it hard for you to do business. And this is the orange man saying this. He was only 5 months into his campaign. Was it 5 months? Something like that. This was his second rally. The biggest one he had so far. That sounded like a policy position to me. Anybody else would have said that, y'all would have loved him or her. Oh, we know DSB. That's why I said he needs to say that he for reparations. I'm telling you, he says that he wins the election by a landslide. I'm telling you. Now, again, I'm not advocating for Trump on this stream. I am not. I'm trying to tell y'all a story. I still don't even know if I'm even going to the polls. Right now, I'm leaning to not going. Quick Stanfield, this is back in 2015. This is not recent. Black Light Revelations. Hello, we are the people who made the country great originally, and we're going to take our country back. Pretty sure he wasn't talking about indigenous people. No, he was not. He was talking to his white base, which is fine. Cool. The mafia reject will never advocate for reparations, but he can be used for other things. Yes. What I'm trying to tell y'all is policy over politician. Again, if any other person outside of Trump would have been advocating for MAGA, they would be the greatest president in history. They would be reforming Mount Rushmore right now. Mount Rushmore would have 5 faces on there. Yes, sir. Use him and get rid of him. But he's already giving you 2 policy positions, and he ain't no politician at that point. He was not a politician. Energy independence and taking out these foreign bad actors who want to rape you, no pun intended, in the Middle East, all because you want to get people home. So we have 2. Ricky Jones, good morning. Trump not smart enough to offer reparations for FBA. He offered something back in 2020. He used this half black woman to go to Ice Cube. He gave her the blessing to go see him. He could have said, no, fuck that, man. He said, why not? And then modeled his platinum plan after it. Now, I know he took full credit for it. The asshole, he should have said something, but all right. At least, again, if Trump thinks of as a businessman, that's how you're supposed to move. That's why people liked him. He was thinking like a businessman. When he started thinking like a politician, he started losing some of his base. But we're going to continue.
The greatest deal, one of the greatest deals in the history of countries. We made them a powerful, rich nation. They're going to now have nuclear. They don't even have to waste their time making it. With the money we gave them, they can buy nuclear. Why are they going to make it? They can buy whatever they want. You don't think North Korea is probably calling them, help, 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 we need money, we'll give you some nukes? We are led by the stupidest people I can't even imagine. So now, here's the thing, and I can't even watch it. I can't even listen to it. So now they want to do a new negotiation for the prisoners. And all we had to do is say, we want our prisoners back. And you would have had them, and they want a lot. And one of the guys said from Iran, we want a lot. Oh, great. It drives all of us. That's why we're here. You know, they used to talk about the silent majority. We're not silent anymore, folks. We're not silent. And Hillary Clinton is a disaster. She's going to be beaten. She's a disaster. Don't forget, her and Obama helped get us into this mess with the migration. Her with, let's go into Libya, let's go here. She doesn't know what the hell she's doing. She wakes up in the morning. I will not say that she puts on her pantsuit because that's what she does. I'm not going to say it. I'm not saying it. I will not say that. She wakes up in the morning. She goes out. She'll go to New Hampshire, Iowa, one day a week or something. Do you ever notice? She'll do something totally staged. She'll pick 4 people. She's always sitting around a little plastic table. There's like 4 people, nice people. I mean, they're hand-picked. Out of 1,000 people, they pick the 4 nicest. They ask her these really innocent questions. And then she leaves and she goes back to sleep for a week. It's incredible. And I'm telling you, I'll tell you what. And the Fox poll just came out, and the Fox poll was very strong that I beat her easily. And honestly, I mean, look what I did to Bush. I haven't even started on Hillary. Poor Bush. I hear now he's doing another commercial. He does commercials. He's spending all this by doing negative commercials on me. He's doing a commercial where he uses what he said last night, but he doesn't put what I said to him. And what it is, and it's a big problem in terms of running for office, because, you know, these super PACs are a scam. They're a scam. They're a horrible thing. They're totally corrupt. One of the super PACs that was written about last week in the Los Angeles Times, they raised $6 million. By the time all of these guys took their cut, they ended up with $140,000 left for the campaign. That's better than being a real estate broker, right? Right? So we have so many things we can do. And I'll tell you, the thing I really look forward to doing, some of the people on the stage I really like. You saw last night that Ted Cruz was very nice to me, and I was nice to him. Actually, most of the people were nice to me last night. It was pretty good. You know, I went in there saying, well, it's going to be a tough evening, because I heard all of them were going to come at me, right? 14 of them were going to be coming at me. I was prepared, but I said, this could be unpleasant in front of, you know, millions of people. And out of the 14, you know, Jeb and I guess Rand Paul, who doesn't have a chance. I mean, what's he doing? By the way, what is Rand Paul doing? You know, whether you like his politics or not, his father had a certain spark, right? You know, there's a little spark on there. Rand doesn't have that spark. And I love Kentucky. It's one of the great places, but I don't get it. You know, how does this guy get reelected in Kentucky? I don't get it. I don't know. Is he going to be primaried? Is somebody going to run against him? Because we do want a Republican, but is he going to be primaried or something? But he's a nasty guy. But the father had a spark, and he had something special. Like they say I have. No, I'm only kidding. But he had something special. Rand doesn't have it. So other than those two, I mean, it was really even Kasich was very nice to me last night. I was very surprised. He's gotten beaten up pretty badly. He said, you know what? It's easier to be nice to Trump, right? It's easier, less costly. But he was nice, so we had a good time. So anyway, Drudge, 46%. Now that's out of 15 people. So that means I got 46%. Time magazine, believe me, I don't control that. I was on their cover 4 or 5 weeks ago. They should have picked me for the person of the year, but they didn't. No, they should. Now you know what? That's not coming from me. They have these panels, and virtually, and I said, I'm never going to get it because I'm not establishment. But every panel that I saw on television when Time was, because, you know, it's sort of cool, even though the magazine's going down the tubes. It's a cool thing. Most magazines are going down, in all fairness to them. It's great, isn't it, to watch these guys go down the tubes, isn't it? I love it. But you know what? Time magazine, so they'd have these panels, and they'd have 5 people around, you know, all the political panels. And almost everybody, even my enemy, said, no, Trump will get it because he's done something that's never been done before. This has never been done before, folks. And we're really doing something. It's really a movement. What we're doing is a movement. So they said Trump's going to win. And I said, I won't. I told my wife, I said, I'll never do it. It's just like The Apprentice. For the first 3 seasons, I should have gotten the Emmy for The Apprentice. Got the #1, got tremendous ratings. It was the hottest thing. And they picked these shows that were establishment. Amazing Race. You fall asleep watching it. Okay, it's not a race. It's a sleeping contest. Because I'm not establishment in Hollywood. I'm not establishment politically. So Time magazine picked a woman who's destroying Germany. She let the migration come right into Germany. She's destroying Germany. And if I have to work with her in a little while, I'll do just fine. But I'm telling you, what she did is wrong. They should have done a safe zone in Syria, had a big, beautiful, fat safe zone, and stopped all this nonsense.
That sounded like a policy to me. He could. PD Chicago, hello. You got to admit, he is full tilt funny, man. Yep. Blacklight says, so see what happened. See what should happen in an ideal world is we get the business and economics right. Use that to put pressure on the political special interests, outbid him and take majority stakes in his PACs. Boy, you know what I could do with $1 million? I take that $1 million. I go right to Mar-a-Lago and I lay it out. I'm like, listen, you want to win by Thanksgiving? I hand them the envelope. It has the check in there and it has the demands. But here's the caveat. That money will not be released to you until you commit to what's on that paper. And it has to happen at the first debate. Every policy that Black America needs laid out perfectly. Bullet points and anything. And we write it in a language he can understand. Easy words and money terms. When he commits to that at the first debate stage, the second he shakes everybody's hand, goes in the back, he gets an alert saying the money is in his account. You just bought Donald Trump. And he spends the next 11 months selling the idea. You're going to see how quick they turn. He's going to know who really his base is. And when he landslides Biden, then everybody's going to be like, what the fuck? Then you know the hit pieces will come. Black folks are now being radical in the political space. Not cunning, not smart. They'll say we're either radical or we bought the most divisive candidate in history. And reparations is on the way. But all right.
And honestly, if it weren't for Obama and Hillary, you probably wouldn't have even had the migration. They are so incompetent. So the Time Magazine, 49%, Slate, 51%, Syracuse.com, 49%, U.S. News and World Report, 69%. PBS, public broadcast, PBS, 69%. This is who won the debate. That's all it is. 69%. The Blaze, well, he doesn't like me very much. That's okay. Who cares? I don't even know who he is. 38%. Not bad. It's my lowest one. Washington Times, great paper, 62%. CBS Philadelphia, 59%. Fox 5 Las Vegas, 62%. That's what it is. I mean, you know. And by the way, I just read every single poll. Those are all the online polls who won the debates. And then you'll watch these guys. Now, in all fairness, I actually did watch. You know, when you're on television, you tend to watch no matter who you are. Hey, I want to watch myself. But I went home and I went. And I must say, for the most part, even the haters, they said he did well. One or two said, well, I didn't think you had a particularly great night. These people are brutal. But who cares? So one of the reasons we've done so well here is because we are going to stop illegal immigration. We have to.
It sounded like a policy position to me.
We have to. And if we don't stop it, we don't have a country, folks. We don't have a country. We don't have a country. And, you know, I have as big a heart as anybody here. I have as big a heart as anybody. It's like with the migration. Help them. Let's do something. But we can't let them come over, almost more importantly than anybody. Did you see yesterday there was a big story about the cell phones and what's on? They have ISIS flags and all sorts of beheadings and crimes on pictures on their cell phones. First of all, why are people in a migration having cell phones? That was the first question. It's sort of strange. I mean,
And he's been standing on it for 7 years. Legal immigration, been standing on it for 7 years. Sounds like a policy position. Oh, black light, man. That'll scare him, right? That would be a beyond scared straight situation. Vincent Taylor, hello. Yo, if he wins, I'm going to ball out laughing. Of course. So illegal immigration. All right. Say less.
I mean, who's paying for those cell phones? Where are they coming from? Who are they calling? These are people. Can you imagine many, many, many cell phones? Why? Where do they get cell phones? Who pays their monthly bill? What do they do? Don't they get billed by the phone company or something? How? I asked that. A friend of mine said, they have flags. And he was talking all about the ISIS flags and also the beheadings on the phones, everything. So, but I said something different. I said, how come they have cell phones? And he said, wow, I never thought of that. You're right. How come they have cell phones? So we're not letting them come in. And if they are here, when I get here, they're all going back. They have to. They have to. They have to. They're going back.
Sounds like a policy position to me.
So we're going to build a wall, and Mexico is going to pay for the wall. They're going to pay for it.
Sounds like another policy position. Build the wall.
And I love Mexico, and I love the Mexican people, and I have thousands of them that work for me, and they're incredible workers with incredible spirit, and they love me. And I'll tell you what, in the state of Nevada, they recently did a poll, and I'm leading with Hispanics. And everyone's saying, oh, that's because I'm going to produce jobs. I'm going to take our jobs back from China and Japan and Mexico and all these.
Sounds like a policy position to me. Y'all need more proof. I don't think y'all need more proof. Plus, I don't want to keep hearing Trump ready. Yes, sir. Fast forward to today. Somehow the migrants got the green light. The Tower 42 was up yesterday with their cell phones. We need a black candidate willing to stand on a square like this. You got Marcel. That's the only one that's been vocal. The rest of them want they want you to give them the money. And then they're going to stab you in the back. I want a broke candidate who ain't getting the money. I want to see where they stand at. Because I want to see once they start getting money if they're going to switch up. That's how you do it. But like I said, y'all don't need to hear no more Trump. Remember, this is when he was polling at 5%. By this time, he was up into the 20s. He was starting to lead. Did he lead with his charisma and who his name is, or did he lead with policy? Yes, he used his notoriety to spend less than everybody else because everybody knew who he was. But that's only going to get you so far. You need to have a concrete policy position on the economy, immigration, family life, education, things like that. Now, again, his entire platform is not the greatest. No, it's not. No, it's not. But he said and did enough to defeat Hillary Clinton. And as I've told you before, I watched that man for 2 years. And when I saw Operation Talon, and I saw him helping out the black veterans, and I saw him out there telling the world that I'm going to build this wall, I'm going to ease back on this illegal immigration, no more. I started seeing black folks in 2019 record record wealth, record black businesses being started in 2019 and 2020. I said, I got to vote for this man because Biden's going to fuck us. And here we are 3 years later. Biden's been fucking us. Then I got idiots on it saying, oh, well, he's going to give $1 billion to black businesses. Okay. The same man who cut permanent funding for HBCUs and gave them a $3 billion windfall, which we all know what windfall that word means. That means you weren't expecting that money. But then we look and Howard has a fucking mold problem, still has a mold problem, has a rodent infestation in their dorms where these kids are supposed to live and study and learn how to be adults. You really think that I'm supposed to trust Biden to give black businesses $1 billion when he's sending billions over to Ukraine? This is why I keep telling y'all, policies over politician. And then when we in Intelligent Black Society ask, where is this policy? How is he going to pull this off? You'll get blocked because, of course, they just talk and don't have any answers. Then we get to this. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to be xenophobic. I'm going to warn y'all now. So if you don't like that type of language, thank you for coming. Take care. Stay safe. Tabernacle. Now we all know yesterday, that punk ass bitch, Daniel J. Penny, got arrested. He got processed. He got arraigned. Then put in a plea. Out on bail. For taking out the dear brother, Jordan Neely. We know the news has been sitting there for weeks trying to make Mr. Penny, that punk bitch, look benevolent. Oh, yes, they did. Even as so far as to putting out stuff on the weekend because they think we ain't going to see it. I keep telling the media, you dealing with a different breed. This is why we don't use y'all only to inform. We don't use you to form our opinions. But of course, remember, I did that show called The White Voting Bloc Will Doom Us All. I want y'all to look at one of the leading voices of the white voting bloc. And I want y'all to understand, these are the type of people that will get into a war with another country and lose and say that this was for the betterment of society. Because as you said here, sir, you're a lawyer. How, as a lawyer, do you really sit up there and watch what this man did and try to say that he should go home? Because we know damn well if this thing was reversed, you would not be talking like you talked in this tweet that I'm going to read. You would be saying he needs to be doing second-degree murder. But you're talking about this here, anti-woke. What if I told y'all about the American racists? They will say something and within 10 seconds own themselves. I want y'all to listen to this tweet. DC Drano said, "Dear women of NYC, your last line of defense against violent criminals attacking and sexually assaulting you in public was just removed. So they're making this man the Punisher. Okay. The cops are defunded and the DAs won't prosecute. Stupid motherfucker. The cops are not defunded. Did you not hear what Biden said? Biden said to refund the police, but we're going to do you a favor. We're going to do you a favor, sir, because this is what we do over here in New Black Media. When y'all say stupid things, we go research. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Now, you said that the police were defunded. You said this. Did he say this, family? Put a 1 if he said that. Put a 2 if I just made that up. Hmm? Because I'm looking at the NYPD's budget. Kind of looking at it. Now they said, let me show it to you. Now it says this was back in last March, not the one in this year, 2022. So it says their fiscal budget totals 10.8 billion, 83 million less than fiscal year 2022. Now you look at this and you say to yourself that, okay, you know what? He might be right. They did get defunded. Uh-huh. But then I come down to this, right? And it says they use 500 million in federal aid as fiscal relief, replacing city funds of fiscal year 2022 only. So y'all saw that, right? Now, this is their budget for fiscal year, $101 billion. Spending spree. NYPD has already surpassed annual overtime budget by 100 million in current fiscal year, which they're going to get back from the government. Doesn't sound like they were defunded. They already got the cops working overtime, but they're still getting paid. Doesn't sound like a defund to me. Now, he's right. There's less cops because they leave involuntarily because they don't want to deal with the stress anymore because they have no help, but also with the mandates, which they also said that if you got fired because you didn't want to take the Belle Biv DeVoe, that you will have to go back on the job with back pay. Doesn't sound like a defund to me. I could be wrong, but it doesn't sound like a defund to me. And I ain't caping for the cops. I'm just trying to tell y'all a story. Doesn't sound like the cops got defunded. See, you stupid asses over there, y'all need to see things go up. Y'all are the 1, 2, 3 voting block. It has to be elementary for you to understand it. Y'all don't want to go down and look at numbers. Y'all don't want to do the math. Y'all don't understand how economic cost actually works. I'm sorry, not economic cost. Opportunity cost actually works. All they have to do is call up the federal government and get more money. Federal government give it to them. Especially because they're a Democrat city. They'll get the money. The solution is not to defund the police. It's to refund them. Refund them. Refund them. Refund. I seem to recall, except the squad and the radical left, I saw Democrats and Republicans get up. That don't sound like somebody that wants to defund the cops. But all right, DC Drano, since you're a lawyer and you swear you're the smartest person in the room. Okay. Okay. Back to your stupid ass tweet. But you still had the chance of a random good Samaritan stepping up to save the day. Until today. Daniel Penny's arrest just sent a clear message to any would-be hero that if you try to stop the violent felons in NYC, you will be treated like one. Uh-huh. Okay. Dumbass. Let's play your game. I'm trying to see something. Dumbass. We're going to start here. Dumbass. You live all the way in Tampa, Florida. Now, I'm not quite familiar with Tampa, but I'm pretty sure they don't have an underground subway system. I could be wrong. Let's look this up. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Let's see if Tampa has a metro train system. They have the Metro Rail. Okay. They have something called the Metro Rail. And that sounds like something above ground. It's called T-BAR, the Tampa Bay Area Regional Transit Authority. Let's see. Do y'all have trains? We're going to look. Here's their website. Let's see. Green, you could commute transit. Let's see. This is transit. Let's see. Commute. Where is it? Commute Tampa Bay. Let me see. Maybe it's in here. Carpooling, van pool, carpool transit, transit pass options, park and ride. Where are the fucking trains? Where are they? Maybe it's in pictures. Let's see. Do they have a picture? So they have the light rail. Maybe they don't. It looks like they have the old school trains. No, streetcars. Okay, so they're studying streetcars. So from what I'm seeing here, it doesn't even look like they really have a train system. It looks like it's just bus. Okay. Dumbass. Dumbass Drano. That's your new name. Dumbass Drano. Sir, you live in Tampa. Tampa. So you're in DeSantis land. Tampa. Not Orlando. Because Orlando has Sunrail. You live in Tampa, sir. Why are you talking about New York City? Like you've been on the train. You know what? I'm not even going to do you like that. Not even going to do you like that. This is how we going to do this. Maybe you lived in New York City. Let's see. Well, shit. Let's see what this tweet is. Oh, doesn't sound like you've ever lived in New York City, sir. I'm looking through these tweets. Your tweet would be the first one if it said something about New York City. It sounds like you've never lived in New York, sir. Dumbass. You sound like you've never lived in New York City, so you have no idea what the train situation is like in New York City, sir. Let me explain to you this train situation in New York City, sir. When somebody does what Jordan Neely does, we have one of two options. One, we put our music up, or two, we ignore them. Hell, I'll even throw a third one. We go to the next car. But above all else, we have this unwritten rule on the New York City transit system, especially the trains. You don't make eye contact with people like that because you will end up in a fight, or you will get cussed, or they will think you have money. You're trying to signal them over. And then when you don't have money, they're going to cuss you. Brother Torian Rain lives in the DMV area. He'll tell you the Red Line, Anacostia, Capitol Heights. Yeah, you don't want to be on them trains at night. He'll tell you that. Hell, you don't even want to be on the green line, the orange line, the purple line. You don't even want to be on one of them lines when a homeless person comes. Chicago, talk to me. Red, green, blue, orange, purple, brown. Chicago, come talk to me. When a homeless person come on there, do y'all engage them or do y'all ignore them? We've been on the internet for years. How many fights have you seen between regular people and the homeless? I'm talking fist fights. Dumbass Drano, you're in Tampa, Florida, sir. In the entire state of Florida, last I checked, they don't have what you would call an underground transit system. Now, I could be wrong. It might be in Miami, but from what I see in Miami, they have the Metro Rail. Miriam, good morning. You ignore them. Exactly. In major cities, Tampa is a mid-level city, sir. Stay positive. Good morning. Decades of ignoring them. Thank you so much. Dumbass Drano. When you go on these public transit systems, you don't engage the populace. You do not. We don't give a fuck. New York City, we see the homeless, we see crack shooters, we see people doing performances. We don't care. Unless you plan to give them money. We don't care. We ignore them. You have seen plenty of videos online, dumbass Drano, of people doing performances on these trains and they've been ignored. The train can be hella quiet going through the tunnel and they could be going in music or they could be yelling, we don't care. You may get maybe 2% of the people watching them. We don't care. So for you to say what you said in that tweet, I can tell you've never lived in a major metropolitan city. Because nobody from a major metropolitan city would say something like this. Hello, woman. I have a question. So this guy said, well, I won't even ask that. When you were on the train down up in New York and a homeless person or somebody like one of them performers came on, did you ignore them for the most part or did you watch them? Especially the homeless people.
The performers I would watch. The homeless people, depending on how bad they smell, I'll probably get up and go to the next part.
Say that one more time.
I said I would get up and go to the next part.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hey, come give me a line one time.
Say cut the check.
Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. So there you go. There's an impartial person. Yes, you got a bootleg of Final Destination 3. There you go. $5, right? Now, did you get it from the Asian or did you get it from a black person? Because if you got it from an Asian, you off code. Be professional, Kid Gravity. Please be professional. Please be professional. Please be professional.
Boo this man!
Okay, but anyway, oh, it was a black dude. Okay, he helped the struggle. There you go, Tori. You helped the struggle. Very good, very good. You're back. But what I'm saying is, family, when you're in these major metropolitan cities, you don't engage with the homeless populace unless you plan to give them money. But again, see, this is why I said the white voting bloc is going to doom us all, because they have no idea how these cities act and how these cities are really run. They don't understand the populace of New York City. They only go to New York City if Trump shows up there. They only go to New York City if they want to go on vacation and then bitch about going to New York City. They haven't spent a week in New York City on the streets walking around. But back to your dumbass tweet, dumbass Drano. It also sent a message to the violent predators that the DA is on their side. This isn't fear-mongering. This is reality. You should seriously consider moving out of that city because it's sadly only a matter of time until you become the next bail reform statistic. You're the dumbest motherfucker in captivity. Now, I have no love for New York City because I don't like the way that it's changed over the last 20 years. But I will say this. The simple fact that I'm seeing people like you and Cernovich, who is another one, I got to show you his tweet. That Cernovich cocksucker, Mr. I'm in a goddamn wheelchair. That no, that's Cawthorn. Sorry. Cernovich, this ass wipe, this one right here. Y'all gonna write dumb things like this. Talking about you're justifying Jordan Neely getting killed. Okay. Here we go. The family has time for Jordan Neely now that they see a bag. We're going to ignore everything because he got choked out. We're going to ignore all this. Y'all are going to ignore this man killing somebody on a train because the man was homeless and got arrested 44 times. This is why I said policy over politician. This is why I said the white voting bloc is going to doom us all. Y'all do not want to play this game. I promise you, you don't. I promise you, you don't. I promise you, you don't. Because if you seriously want to play this game, I'm going to seriously start pulling up videos on y'all killing Asian folk, y'all killing Latino folk, y'all killing each other. Would you like me to start doing that? Then when I'm done with those videos, then I'm going to pull up the videos of Asian folk killing y'all. Then I'm going to put up videos of Latino people killing y'all. Then I'm going to put up videos of y'all killing each other. And then I'm going to look up those same news reports and I'm going to see what happened. Then I'm going to go into your tweets with that name and see if you pulled that shit up. And if you had the same vitriol that you have for this man, I want to see if y'all had the vitriol for this. Because last I checked, when y'all start to get to killing each other, I hear a whole bunch of forgive, forgive, forgive. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that? I'm going to say it again. When y'all are out there killing each other, I hear a whole bunch outside the courthouse talking about forgive, forgive, forgive. Y'all the same ones running around talking about God. You follow God, country, and family. God's one of his tenets said, thou shalt not kill. Honor thy mother and father. Honor thy neighbor. Oh, you're just like the black Christians. Y'all pick and choose what y'all want to follow out of your book. Y'all want to pick and choose what y'all want to follow God's word on. I get it. I get it. Y'all can kill anybody indiscriminately if it's for the betterment of your people. But when somebody does it to you, they need to go to jail. So let me get this straight. So y'all can justify Jordan Neely getting killed out here in the streets because he was a criminal. But let's just say, for argument's sake, I went and took out, I don't know, one of these people that sit up there and touch kids. Now all of a sudden, I'm not going to get that pass because I'm black, right? Even though I'm the chosen people. Torian, I know they want to play this game. They're not going to like it. Matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up, brother. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. Who remembers a few years ago that illegal immigrant killed that white family? Who remembers that? Matter of fact, no, I'm not even going to go there. Y'all remember this. Where my Texas people at? Where my Texas people at? This is an old ass story. There was a cop who was doing a traffic stop back in 1991. Very famous story. He pulled over this car. It had 3 Latinos in there. They were all illegal. He got into a gun battle with them and he got killed. And his death helped change the law in Texas. Now, if you kill a cop, that's an automatic death sentence. They still use that video in training seminars for new cops. Hey, white people, did you know one of them went home? Did y'all know that? White people. Did y'all know one of them went home? They got out 3 years ago. 5 years ago. I'm sorry. They got out 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. 2 of them are still serving their sentences. I ain't hear none of y'all bitch asses telling them you need to be deported. Y'all need to go kill them because they killed one of y'all. I ain't hear none of this. Y'all were the same cocksuckers who said Michael Vick need to go stay in jail for life over some dogs. Yet y'all got people out there with dogs on y'all side that are ripping black people and brown people and white people and Asian people with their mangy mutts. I don't hear y'all say, hey, that person need to go to jail for life. I hear forgive. They made a mistake. I don't hear none of this. I'm trying to tell you a story. This is the hypocrisy of white voters. This is it. This is why when they talk about the white voting bloc, y'all get scoffed at. People don't want to hear from y'all. This is why they put you on Trump's side. This is why they call you white liberals. This is why they call y'all white conservatives. Even the conservative party don't even want to align with y'all as a whole. Because y'all sit up there and y'all change your political and ideological stances depending on the issue. You fucker sat right up there and praised Rittenhouse. Praised that man. Chris Dorner finds out there's political corruption in political and street corruption in the goddamn LAPD. He goes to do something about it. Y'all sat up there and praised that man for getting blown up, getting burned alive. Y'all are the same ones talking about we can't have illegal immigration. Then I go up to your nice, pristine neighborhoods and Mata is up there cleaning your fridge, cleaning your house. She's still waiting for her citizenship test. And in some of y'all cases, y'all fucking Mata's daughter, Rosita. Under your wife's nose. Y'all are the same ones talking about the cops ain't doing nothing in San Francisco and New York. Y'all might as well let them live to their own devices because that's what the black people want. They don't want no cops. Yet black people tell you all the time, we ain't saying defund the cops. We're saying y'all need to train them on how to deal with us better. But y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all talking about accountability for everybody else. And here we go. White people who wear the badge are embarrassing y'all and y'all cool with it. Y'all cool with it. What is it going to take? Oh, I know what it's going to take. I know what it's going to take. What I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I know what it's going to take. I know what it's going to take. I know what it's going to take. Tabernacle. There it is. That's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take. Oh, now y'all want to have a problem with the police. Why is this cop not getting a good Samaritan? He heard a gunshot. He saw a kid running and his friend running. Why did he not get the chance to go home? Oh, because he wore a badge, right? He's supposed to know better, right? So let's flip it on all these white cops. All of them that killed everybody that was black. They should have known better. Hell, we can go to Walter Scott. He got shot in the back. That cop should have known better, right? The bitch who shot, what's his name, down in Tulsa, thinking it was her taser when it was actually her gun. Yeah. She should have known better. The 8 cocksuckers who killed Jalen Walker had nothing in his hand. All he had was a ski mask. They should have known better. I guess they figured that out after 94 shots, right? Oh, wait, I'm talking about black folks. The cops that killed Tony Temper, should they have known better? They had their knee on his neck for minutes. He died. very interesting that y'all want to always say black folks should know better, should follow the letter of law. Daniel J. Penny did nothing wrong. He was trying to stop a crazy homeless black man from harming him or other passengers when the bitch ass man sat there and grabbed him from behind. See, I wouldn't be so pissed at y'all if that man squared up and did what he did. I would say, you know what? He's still a pussy because it had nothing to do with him, but at least he squared up and looked that man in the eye before he killed him. No, he jumped him from behind. And y'all the same ones that run outside and say jumping somebody from behind is wrong. That's a B move. I would have actually respected y'all if Daniel J. Penny would have squared up with this man. I would have actually respected y'all's opinions. But the fact that y'all are up there right now trying to justify this man getting killed from behind tells me a lot about your people. Y'all are exactly what everybody calls y'all. Y'all are not tough unless you're in a group or y'all have a gun in your hand. And I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all do the same thing. Y'all jump in when y'all lose. No, I've seen plenty of black people square up one-on-one and knock a motherfucker out. We don't over here, we don't respect people getting jumped. We don't respect it. The only time we'll maybe give it a pass is if you do harm to somebody. That's black. That's the only time we may respect it. And we need to know details before we give you the blessing. Case in point, shout out to brother Torian Rain, who put up the video of a couple of the people that got beat, that killed Shanquella Robinson. They got jumped outside that club. Shout out to that man for putting up that video. Well, the tweet for the video. We respect that. Just like y'all have on y'all's social medias and y'all's YouTubes videos of that YouTube channel that goes after the predators. Yeah, y'all respect that. But y'all are not calling out Daniel J. Penny for reinforcing the image that the rest of the world has been saying about you for centuries, that you guys are degenerates. Y'all got pissed at Tucker Carlson for saying this is not how white people fight. Y'all turned on that man. Why? Hit too close to home? Sounds like a whole bunch of hairy girlfriends were hollering. AKA hit dogs will holler. Y'all can hide your image all you want. We know who you are. That's why I did those couple Twitter spaces that nobody showed up, by the way, called hashtag Jordan Neely is a hero, because he exposed what we knew down here in intelligent black society and the black grassroots. His death exposed exactly who you guys are. All that talk you say to get followers and get engagement, y'all don't believe none of this shit you say. As much as you want us to look at you in a rehabilitated state, you fuckers are exactly who we know you are. You are a bunch of beasts that sit up there and champion people getting killed because it was a white person that did it. But when it's somebody else doing the killing, y'all want to send them down to jail. Y'all want to have first refusal on who gets to live and who gets to die. That's not how life works. And I'm going to warn y'all again. Y'all want to keep playing this game. Y'all want to, the more tweets you say, like dumbass Drano and Cerna bitch were saying, you're going to normalize people getting killed like Jordan Neely did. And when it hits your home, then you're going to want to say, that's wrong. You do not want to play this game with us. You do not. That game has no winners. And we know the next one is coming. And it's going to be a black person that's going to take out a white person, and all this bullshit y'all are talking online, you're going to see a stark 180, and we're going to pull up the receipts, and we're going to just write 4 words. Keep that same energy. When this black person does it to the white person, we expect him to get questioned by the cops and released. Then y'all can spend 2 weeks crying, bitching, and moaning that they need to be prosecuted. And the DAs that you think are on your side are going to sit up there. I hope they shuffle their feet. I hope. Because I want y'all to feel the frustration that we feel every time we see a story of another black person getting killed. Because y'all had no problem when this happened. Y'all were ready to find that cop. Y'all were ready. I remember these tweets like they were yesterday. As soon as this went viral, y'all were acting like black women who are the FBI. Y'all were trying to find out who this cop was. And the second y'all found out who that damn cop was, Lord have mercy, y'all were calling for that man's head blood. Y'all were calling for that man's blood. What no. Hey, y'all got the black police chief over there. She gonna hide this month. None of that. None of that. Y'all found out he was black. He had to go down. Thomas Siderio. He had to go down. Can't escape it. Can't escape it. Where was that black and brown? Oh, y'all love y'all some Latinos until one of them do something, huh? Oh, yes, Torian. I saw that upload. Yes. I will be tuning in. Yep. They are dog whistling. And I said that when I quote tweeted that man. You out here dog whistling for Karen. Okay, sir. You finna learn. You finna learn. And you're not gonna like that. You're not gonna like it. See, here I said again, like I said, the white voting bloc is gonna doom this country. Now they're dog whistling to Karen about riding the subway with homeless black people. Pussies like him are scared to stand on the platform. This was another motherfucker that blocked me because he said how black people gonna sit up there and champion ending illegal immigration. By the way, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but there were less black people killed under Trump than Obama. I know y'all don't want to hear that. Biden been in office for 2 years, 207. How many mass shootings they had? I heard a number like 270. I heard it was in the thousands. Oh, but y'all always want to talk about Chicago. Y'all always want to talk about Chicago. Let's go look up Chicago's numbers. So they killed 18. They shot and killed 18 people. All right. 4 killed, 9 wounded this weekend so far. 4. Yeah, I'll show it to y'all. Yeah. We on heyjackass.com. There you go. It's a holiday weekend, so we know it's going to be a little bit inflated, but there you go. This was yesterday. 4 people killed. Okay. Didn't they just have a mass shooting down in Oklahoma this week? Pretty sure I saw that. I ain't hear none of y'all call this out. Yeah, here we go. 7 bodies were found in Oklahoma. Why y'all ain't call this out? It was a white man that did it. Hey, dumbass Drano, I have a question for you, sir. Let me look. Maybe you did say something. Maybe you did. Maybe you said something about Oklahoma. Why you ain't calling him out? Let's see. May 9th. What did you put up? Oh, y'all want to see what he put up? Huh? Look at this. He put up a video of somebody robbing a bus in a Latin American country, and this woman here had 2 phones, whipped out the dummy phone to get that taken, and had a real phone underneath her thigh. What did dumbass Drano say? Coming to a Democrat city near you. People getting robbed so often that they carry decoy phones to hand out to muggers. Isn't bail reform great? Funny. He's quite funny. Hey, dumbass Drano. I have questions. Dumbass Drano. Why didn't you talk about that Oklahoma mass shooting, sir? Y'all see what I put in there? DC Drano, Oklahoma. Why are you not talking about this? Huh? I'm looking. I don't see it. Let me guess. That's not your state. You have nothing to do with that. It's Oklahoma. Killer's dead. We got people dead. Nothing to do with me. Cool. You're one of these MAGA folk. You piece of crap. Oh, we gonna talk today, family, because I need this punk to understand. This is why we don't respect y'all. You can dog whistle the white folk all you want. When you cross your ass across the street, start talking about black folks, we on your ass. Now, I need y'all to explain this, Mr. DC dumbass Drano. Explain this. Why aren't you talking about this, sir? And this is in your state. This is in your city. Y'all all about God, family, country, right? Y'all all about them kids, right? Protecting the babies. Why ain't you saying something about this? Where is you got damn near 1 million people on your thing. You put up posts. I'll see your view count. You getting 2-3 million views. Why in the fuck are you not talking about this? And this is in your state, in your city. Why aren't you tagging DeSantis in this shit? Lakeland police release images of persons of interest who may have details related to newborn found in a dumpster. I thought y'all cared about the babies. They look Spanish to me. That's why you didn't say anything. They're not black. They're not black. The baby is dead. They don't know if the baby came out stillborn or if they killed him. Male baby. Why aren't y'all saying something about this? DC Drano. Dumbass Drano, why aren't you saying something about this? I have questions. This is your news. This is Fox. Y'all dumbass conservatives love y'all some Fox News. This is wild that they put this right there on the front, but we're not going to go there. That's another subject for another day. Here we go. St. Pete alley murder suspect charged in 2 separate sex battery cases. Police search for other victims. Why aren't you saying something about this? This sounds like Jordan Neely if he was white. Oops. According to y'all's logic, this is Jordan Neely. Sex battery. He was a suspect in a murder. Remember what y'all said about Jordan Neely? He had an open warrant. Why aren't you saying something about this? Huh? Why? Here's another story. Hernando teacher arrested after pushing colleague during heated argument. Investigators say, why aren't you teaching your people, hey, this is not how we conflict resolve? Huh? Huh? This is your city, sir. I'm sure you'll probably put this story up when it shows up on your timeline, right? I'm sure you're gonna put this one: convicted cop impersonator who raped women during illegal traffic stop sentenced to life in prison. I'm sure you're gonna put this up if you haven't figured out how to do it yet or what time you're gonna do it, so it can hit hard. All right. Cernovich, DC Drano, Ashley St. Clair, that Rocky Dennis looking chin up broad that I played the other day. This is why your voting block is not respected. This is why your voting block is not respected. Y'all don't know how to keep it even. Because I seem to remember a few years ago, y'all were the same ones saying that we got white people dying on the streets. We need to do something. Y'all the same ones on your Twitters putting up posts about the birth rates. Oh, but now the new thing is y'all don't like the fact that white supremacy is now in the lexicon. Oh shit, I forgot about that one. Let's talk about that one before I get up out of here. Y'all don't like the fact that white supremacy is now in the news. Yo, even Fox News has to say white supremacy. Newsmax is talking about white supremacy. One News Network is talking about white supremacy. Y'all don't like that. Y'all thought white supremacy was going to be the boogeyman. Y'all thought that white supremacy was going to be the weapon forged against people that was going to prosper. Hey, Cernovich, let me check something real fast. Not Cernovich, I'm sorry. Dumbass Drano. I'm going to check something real fast. Did you excoriate Greg Kelly for what he did on Newsmax? Let's see. Let's see. I don't see you. I don't see you. Wait, maybe this is it. Let's see. Oh, so you don't want to see a woman attempt to take Tucker's job. Oh, so we know what kind of man you are. All right. Let's see. What is this? Are you deleting tweets, sir? Why are you deleting tweets? What was that tweet? What was this tweet? The plaintiff who got them analyzed was on Greg Kelly tonight and said, oh, why are you deleting tweets, sir? Never mind. But back to what I was saying. Where is your tweet about this? Newsmax host gives half-assed apology for airing entirely wrong man's mugshot. Newsmax host Greg Kelly issued a snarky, equivocating correction and apology on Tuesday night for airing a mugshot of a totally different person, claiming it was that of the Texas mass shooter Mauricio Garcia. Why didn't you say something about this? This is your people. This is one of the news sources that you guys love to use against black folks. Huh? Why didn't you say something about this? DC Drano. It makes sense. Well, damn. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. It made so much sense. No wonder you're stupid. No wonder you're stupid. You know nothing about criminal law. You're an entertainment lawyer. You know nothing how the judicial system works outside of copyright and honoring contracts. You know nothing about criminal law or civil law. You know nothing about it. It makes sense now. You're an ambassador for Third Point USA. It makes a whole lot of sense now. I apologize. I should not have been punching down on the less educated. I apologize. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I should not have been punching down. You have a whole website that's only about joining a bullshit newsletter. It makes sense why you're getting all this engagement. It makes sense. You're Turning Point USA. Excuse me. You've been on Tim Pool's show. It makes sense. You got to meet Trump. It makes sense. It makes a whole lot of sense now. I knew about the Tim Pool reference. I did not know that you were a former entertainment lawyer. Rogan makes sense. All right, Rogan. You know what? I apologize for everything I said in the last hour. Yeah, fucking right.
What the hell?
What the hell? What the?
Nah, I ain't apologizing. You deserve this. You deserved everything I said. So you and Cernovich can now go do this.
Now get out, man. Two of you are fucking up a nice day.
I'm about done, family. I think I made my point. Policy over politician. That's the only way we're going to get out of this. We got burned by Obama. We understand this. We got burned by that man. And we said, never again. We look at these politicians' platforms. We don't like what they say. They're not getting elected. We have done this already. 2022 was us showing y'all. 2024 is going to be more of the same. We're not playing anymore. Y'all want to come out here and justify black people getting killed? We're going to justify getting your favorite out the paint. You want to justify talking about defund the police, let these cities burn because there's black people in it. We're going to justify showing y'all how irrelevant you are. DC Drano, Cernovich, Cawthorn, all of y'all. And your black conservative bootlicks too. You keep playing these games. Y'all love to play games because you think it ain't gonna touch you. Now it's about to touch you. But we get it. Y'all just gonna scratch like you usually do because y'all got fleas. Y'all keep playing with us. Let's see. Let your favorite Abbott and DeSantis and what's the other jack-off's name? The one that's sending migrants over. Well, we'll just leave it on DeSantis and Abbott. Let them start sending what you call it, migrants over to Tampa, sir. Hey, Candace, how about we send the migrants over to Green Hills where you stay at? People. Let's elevate it. Let's send all these black homeless people to Tampa. Let's do that. Let's get to Eric Adams and say, since you got a black homeless problem, sir, and since we are tropical people, send them to Tampa, Florida. Reverse it on them. Send them to Tampa, Florida. Send them to DC Drano's neighborhood. Let's do that. Let's share the problems of America. Let's share it with everybody. Let's put some illegals in Tampa. Let's put them up in hotels like they did in Chicago and deny people access that are not Latino. Let's do that. Let me go for the ultimate because I need to go. Let me go for the ultimate. Let's have a black person kill a white person on a Tampa street and let him go home. And we talking Hillsborough County, Pinellas. Yeah, we all know about Pinellas County and Hillsborough County. Let's let that man go home. So let me get this right. We in Florida, stand your ground state. State with the death penalty. Black person kills a white person on the street with witnesses. But here's the caveat, family. For this black man to go home after doing this, he's got to put the victim in recovery position. Let's do that. Let's see that. And I want to see if people like DC Drano or Cernovich and all these white conservatives see that play out on video, hear that the person who did it got taken in for questioning and got to go home. And then all the videos started coming out on Friday of what happened. And let's just say the victim was a Elvis impersonator. Let's do that. Let's put all those caveats together and see what happens. I'd love to do that social experiment. Please. Let's see if y'all going to follow the same formula you followed with the Jordan Neely. We'll call it the Jordan Neely effect. That's what we'll do. I want to see if that's going to have the same energy. Let's let that brother or sister be free for 2 weeks because we saw how y'all sat up there and excoriated that black woman in the McDonald's for beating the hell out of that drunk white man. Matter of fact, Cernovich, didn't that happen in your city? That was in St. Petersburg. I said enough. I'd like to thank y'all for joining me today. I've said enough. Once again, for the slow bus kids in the back, policies over politicians. That's how you play politics. You go for the platform, not the personality. This is why y'all keep voting for Maxine Waters and Sheila Jackson Lee. This is why y'all keep voting for Rand Paul. This is why you keep voting for Tammy Duckworth. This is why you kept giving Nuri Martinez the job in California. Yeah. De Leon in California. Yeah. Because you wanted the personality, not the platform. Anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. In 1 hour, Tori will be going in on Amiri King. So go over there and listen to that. And 8 hours and 12 minutes. I'm sorry, 7 hours and 12 minutes. Jason Black will be live. So, I'll be listening while I'm on the plantation. And I hope you will too. And rest in peace to Tina. Rest in peace to Tina. Anyway, y'all, take care, stay safe, and y'all know what to do. What the agitators' piece come to mess up your existence.